We will program the RC6 series remote. Before programming the remote, please check the batteries to ensure the remote has power. In this case, it's working. Confirm the remote model number if it's available. It's located on the top left of the remote. Slide the mode switch to the TV. In this case, it's already in TV, okay? Now, press and hold the select key and the light should stay lit, like this. If you see that the light is flickering, it means that the battery needs to be replaced. Before continuing with the troubleshooting, you need to take into consideration some common mistakes that the agents do over the phone. The first one is when you instruct the customer to press and hold the mute button and the select to program this remote. Often customers, what they do is press select and mute twice instead of holding the button like this. 1, in this case, it's not responding. We need to change the batteries on the remote. New batteries. 1, 2. You see the difference? You will probably have issues programming that remote with all batteries with your customers. So, once you have new batteries, fresh batteries in the remote, we're going to continue programming this remote for the customer. So, make sure you won't do this mistake, like pressing the select and mute twice instead of holding the button. Another mistake is when you instruct the customer to press and hold any key, and you advise that when you press and hold the mute button and the select, the green light will flash twice. In this case, I'm still holding the select, and when I press the mute, I have one light here, and when I press the mute, it will go to the TV. Usually consumers get confused because they think that this light and this light is a second blink, like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you need to be careful to not do this mistake. The correct way to program this remote is by pressing and hold the select, instructing the customer that hold the select button and the mute together. The lights will go off and will flash in 2 seconds. You see? It flashes. Now you're going to enter the code. You see, I'm taking a long time to enter the code. 10812. It took me about 5 seconds to enter the code. So don't rush. Just take your time and enter your code, okay? Now we're going to count how long it takes to dial each digit. Again, mute, select, will go off. In 2 seconds, will go on. Twice. So we're going to press 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 8. You see, I'm doing it slowly. 1, 2. And there you go. You have this remote, so it's programmed to the TV already. So don't rush when programming the remote, and don't rush when you're entering the code. You can take your time and do it slowly. This is the RC71 remote. If you want to know if your battery needs to be replaced, press 1 key. There you go. The battery needs to be replaced. You see? Now I'm going to put some brand new batteries. Make sure it's working. There you go. See, this is normal behavior for the remote. Another way to identify if your RC71 needs to have the battery replaced, as we stated before, you see, I'm pressing the select button or any button and I don't see any 5 blinking lights that your batteries are working fine. However, when you try to program, it takes more energy from the remote than usual, like this. To program the remote to RF, we'll go mute and enter. Mute. It's normal light, green light, and then enter, and you get a solid red light. If you're getting that solid red light, it means that your remote batteries are dying. You see? Red light. And it gives you the 5 blinks for the battery failure. So this is another way to make sure your batteries are failing in the RC71 remote. If you want to know if your remote is set up to IR or RF, this is how you do it. You're going to take your RC71 remote and you're going to press and hold any button on the remote, which in this case will be select. You press and hold in select. If the light is not blinking or flickering, your remote is in IR. Now that you know that your remote is in IR, when you got a solid green light, this is the behavior when the remote is in RF mode. I'm going to press and hold any key, which this case will be select. You see? When the light is blinking like this, it means that the remote is in RF. So, good luck with your average handling time.